think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. I am a small seller. I currently sell on eBay as well as on Niknax. This Saturday, October 19th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., I am having a big jewelry auction. 100% of the proceeds from this auction are going to be sent to Crossroads Community Church in Newport, Tennessee. My goal with this auction is to provide whatever funds I can to help the folks in the devastated areas following Hurricane Helene. For any of you that are not aware, there is still a lot of need there. There are many folks, too many to count, that have lost everything. Temperatures are starting to drop. It's getting cold. And we need to help get these folks the things they need in order to survive. So I don't have an anticipation on what this fundraiser auction will bring, but whatever it is, I'm sending 100% of it to Crossroads Community Church. And whether that fills a gas tank to help people on ATVs get up in the mountains to reach some folks, great. If it helps buy some clothing, great. If it helps buy some food, great. Heaters, great. Whatever, as long as it goes to the people is the goal. So I have a very small YouTube channel. I do not have a lot of reach with my channel, and that's okay. I'm not asking for subscribers and everything. That is not the goal of this video or why I'm doing this auction. I am more asking that those of you who see this, please just help spread the word. There will be a link in the description of this video that will go to my Niknax store. I believe once you're in there, if you just filter auction, it'll pull up just things that are there for auction, which will be only the jewelry. And again, they will be open for bidding October 19th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hey, Theodore, where are you going? Okay. Where are you going? Well, sit down. Sit. Well, I'll be done in a minute. Hold on. And turkey. Okay. Sorry. He's itchy, so he's whiny. But anyways, guys, the seriousness of this cannot be overstated. The situation going on there, and I want to be able to hop in a car and just drive there and offer myself and my time, and I just don't have a way to do that. I did, however, have a ton of jewelry that I had been holding on to for a few weeks now. I had it laid out, and I'd cleaned it up and organized it, for the most part. And I'd been kind of trying to work out when I was going to do an auction or something to sell it. And then, it just kind of sat there, and I don't honestly know, that's not like me to just do that and just leave it sitting around. But something told me just to leave it there, that something was going to happen with it in a bit. And sure enough, Helene hit, and it dawned on me after a couple days. I was looking at it and I thought, I don't have anything I can send. I'm a woman of very extremely limited means myself. I don't have a vehicle in good enough condition that I would trust it to even drive clear to North Carolina or Tennessee. But what I can do is sell that frickin' jewelry, and I can auction it off, and I can send the proceeds to go to help the people. And that's what I'm going to do. And I think that's why somewhere subconsciously I knew just to leave it there, don't do anything with it. And I think this might be why, guys. So I'm asking for your help to help just spread the word. I don't anticipate this auction raising millions of dollars. That's not the goal. I just want to have something to send these folks because they need it desperately. And the only folks that are going to help when things come down to it, guys, it's us. It's you and me. So we've got to be there for our people. Okay, enough on that. I would recommend, and I will again link her channel in the description of this video, but Appalachia Homestead with Patara is where I got the information for Crossroads Community Church. And her husband have been doing an amazing job, and so many others also on YouTube and such have been doing an amazing job of just documenting boots on the ground, what's occurring, what the needs of the people are, just situational updates, critical things that we're not really hearing elsewhere. So, moving on. So we don't get this video pulled. In this video, I'm going to show you guys real quick, roughly kind of where I'm at with the jewelry stuff. And then I was going to go over with y'all a few of my solds. There's, I don't know, 7, 8 or so that I've pulled to just quickly go over with you guys. So you have a little update. I think it's been a minute since I've done sort of a what sold video. And so, ta-da, that's what we're going to do real quick. So give me just a second. I'm going to show you around sort of where I've been living the last couple days doing jewelry listings. Give me a second. This is where the magic has been going down. I have been just doing my photos right here and, getting 10 or 15 of them done and then uploading them. I think I'm up to roughly 39 or 40 things listed so far, but I have more, quite a bit more. This here is a lot of earrings and such. There's some necklaces still in there. There's some necklaces still on the dining room table. But I've just been trying to bring it from the table to here to photograph it. I've got a few more necklaces already up here, ready to go. All my stuff to measure it, all the things. Sorry if I'm swinging the camera around too much, guys. I don't mean to make you sick. So I got my little weigh station and everything, the information for Crossroads Community Church. When I called this morning, this is the number that Patara had screenshotted and listed on her channel, but it rang several times and then it said the mailbox wasn't set up. So I just called their main number, which was this one, and I was able to leave a voicemail at least, telling them who I am, what I'm doing, and just ask that somebody could contact me just so I can verify the best mailing address and everything to send, whatever the funds are to them. Here is everything so far that has been, in fact, listed on there. There's some designer stuff in here. It's vintage and everything, but there's some name brand. There's some Japan, Hong Kong, just a hodgepodge of it all, guys. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there. There's some gold-filled pieces in there. So please go over to my Niknax store, take a look, see if there's anything that interests you. The goal here is to raise money for our folks in the areas devastated by Hurricane Helene. And then in here are still some of the necklaces and jewelry and such that I have not yet brought over. So I'm thinking this is how I'm going to have these all lotted or paired up and such, like American Showcase and everything. This here, well, it's a pin. It has a hook, so whoops, there you go. Now you can see it. It has a hook so you can wear it as, like a pendant, but it once had a bar pin here for a brooch. But I think all the stones are there. It's still stinking pretty. So I don't know, I've been debating whether or not to add this into like what I call my junk or craft pile. And by junk, I don't mean bad stuff. I just mean stuff like this, where the bar pin's missing. But it's still amazing and could easily be repurposed and or repaired, right? But I was thinking, because it's so cool and I love the design and I love the stone, it has those more vintage, older paste stones in there. I was thinking of putting it with some pins or something. I don't know. Anyway, this is where we're at on things, and it's slow moving, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. My eyes start going cross-eyed, and then I have to take a break for a minute, but it's getting there. It's going quicker than I thought it would, to be honest with you. So what's today? Tuesday? I would say by Friday evening, this should be well done. I would honestly would anticipate or hope that I'm done prior to that, but worst come to worst, by Friday evening, all of this should be uploaded. All right, guys, now for the funner, I don't know, part. Set that down. The what sold part. Okay, so it's been a minute since I've done like a what solds video, and for a little bit there, I was trying to do them somewhat frequently, and kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. So this will not include everything that has sold from the last one that I've done, although to be quite honest, sales ever since I took my trip to Alabama have been on the slower end. So there's not a whole lot to report back anyway, but that's okay. We're gonna run through these handful of things here real quick. Okay, so on the 14th of October, I sold this 1950s Disneyland souvenir serving tray. So it was an original, tray. It had, I don't remember, 6 or 8 little like cup holders, that went around it. So it kind of looked like an old film reel. And then in each one had, one of the little areas from Disneyland on it. Really cool tray. It was in overall really great shape. And I sold that for $30 again on the 14th. Then also on the 14th, I sold this vintage McCoy brown smiley face. It's called Man in the Moon. It's a ceramic mug. I'd had it listed for quite a while, but it sold on the 14th for $10. Then I had this vintage Dryden. Oh my gosh, love it. It's a mid-century modern drip glaze art pottery piece. It still had the original sticker on it. It's gorgeous. I loved it. It was hard to sell, I'll be honest. It is what it is, though. I hope it went to a good home. I sold that on the 12th of October for $39. Beautiful piece. Then I sold this Catalina Pottery Ivory Pearl, I think is what it was called, swirl ribbed vase. For $48 on the 12th as well. Catalina Pottery, I think I've talked about before. There's some pieces of it that are very old, from the original island, and then it got moved over onto the mainland. And those are kind of the newer pieces. I think this one was a little bit older, so really, really cool. It did have one minor little chip on it, which honestly was kind of hard to see, but is what it is. It's an old piece of pottery, but it was beautiful, and I loved it, loved it, loved it. It was marked on the bottom, I believe, with Catalina Pottery. Then I sold this vintage signed, it's a Rosenthal Selb porcelain decorative plate. It was hand painted with blueberries on it. It was beautiful. And like I said, it was signed. I can't remember the name of the person who signed it, but I sold that for $10 on the 11th. And then I had this set of Monmouth, USA pottery. It's like a drip or foam glaze. They're stoneware pieces, and they kind of remind me of like souffle dishes or something, like bakeware pieces. I sold the set of 4 of those for $32 on the 11th. Then I had this vintage Wheelock Germany porcelain Rococo style biscuit jar. It had transfer print florals on the exterior. It was so, so pretty. Like gold trim around the rim of it and everything. Absolutely beautiful. Still had its lid. Loved it. I sold it for $27 on the 11th as well. And then you guys may remember a video a long while back that I showed this Show and Hut piano, and I talked a little bit about the history of Show and Hut, the company, and everything like that. I think I had showed some pictures of them like at one of the world's fairs and things. I don't think this piano was quite that old. I think this one's probably, 50s, 60s, something like that. I could be wrong, but I think that's roughly what it aged out to. But it was a all wood, wooden Show and Hut, 25 key, upright toy piano, and it still worked. Now, that piano I had gotten in an estate sale, and it had been stored like in the upper attic part of a barn for a long time. So when I got it, It was in good condition, but when you looked at it visibly, it kind of looked a little scary. It had cobwebs on it. I had been able to pry the top off and get in there and clean out all the critters and debris and things. It was, ugh, it was gross, but everything was still in there and intact, and it looked, when I was done, it was great. And I think in the listing of it, I even had a little video showing each key as I pressed it. In fact, did still work. It was great. I sold that for $325 on October 7th, and I saw that it just got delivered, I think on the 13th. I pray it arrived in one piece. I really tried to package the heck out of that thing. It required quite a large box, and you know, it, because of how it's made, you know, like when I cleaned it, I lifted the top off and then I was able to tack it back down, but I didn't want to do that and have to have the customer worry about trying to tack it back down, you know, like to pull that off and like stuff paper or something in there. And so I just kind of cardboarded all around it with also cellophane and tissue paper and packing paper and air pillows, and then I cardboarded around it and I cellophaned around it, and then I got it in a box and I patted around it, and Lord, please let me know that that darn thing arrived safely, because it was so cool, guys, so cool. Those, you can come across those, you know, older little toy pianos and stuff, but it's very hard to come across them in such beautiful condition. I loved it. So thank you to whoever bought that. I hope you greatly enjoy it. It is definitely a showpiece. So that is it for now, guys. Again, my sale, my jewelry auction this Saturday, October 19th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. over on my Niknax store. I don't have a link that just takes you into the sale itself. It's just, I think if you go into my store and then you filter for only auction, that'll be what you see. Plus that's everything that I've listed, you know, here recently. So it should be fairly easy to find everything. But please spread the word. My channel is not monetized. Should it ever become eligible to be monetized, I don't plan on doing that. I like to be able to, as much as I feel like I can on this platform, speak my mind and everything. And I don't like to be tied down. So I don't ever plan on monetizing my channel. I know it's small. I know I don't have a lot of reach. The short little video I did the other day, first really talking about it, and I think it's even titled something like Hurricane Relief Fundraiser. I think it has like 45 views. That's it. Which, you know, that's fine. I don't really care about the views. That just tells me that not many people are going to know about the sale. And so if you guys could help me get the word out about it, that would be great. Again, it's on my Niknax store. It will be linked in the description. I am donating 100% of the proceeds to Crossroads Community Church in Newport, Tennessee. I got their information from Appalachia Homestead with Patara, and I will again link her channel in this video as well. I love all of you. We've got to take care of each other. I appreciate everybody's help. It means so much. And I will catch you on the next one.